It's Friday, August 13th, 2010. Good old Friday the 13th. About 2 o'clock in the afternoon, or maybe 1 o'clock, really, because I'm at about 145 degrees west, so got to set the clocks back another hour. And about 14 degrees south on a passage from the Marquises, Hiboa, to Rangiroa, one of the Tuamotu atolls. I left Tuesday morning about a little after 10 o'clock to very strong southeast trades. I figured if it kept up like that, I'd make Rangiroa in 4 days, no sweat. It's about 600 miles. And the first day it really blew. I sailed in the lee of Tahuata, which is just south of Hiboa, and so I had a couple hours of light going and floppy seas and such like that until I got out of the lee of Tahuata. Wind was blowing a good solid 20 and at times 25. Had a pretty good run the first day. I was sailing with the reef in the main and the 2 small head sails because I was carrying a apparent wind about 120 degrees. But the single reef in the main was just generating too much weather helm. So I decided to change tactics, and I dropped the small head sails, put up my other Genoa, and double reefed the main. That proved to work real well. Boat had a neutral helm and a good speed. The wind started going down on the second day, up in the high teens, I would guess, average, but still the second day went pretty well. So that was till Thursday morning yesterday. Yesterday I started getting this, I mean, you look up there, it's like real nice trade wind skies. A little thick on the cloud cover. You look over there and see all that dark stuff on the horizon. Just one of the many squall lines that started coming through here yesterday morning. The squalls at first weren't bad, mostly just brought a little bit of rain now and then. Sometimes a little bit of a downpour, but not real torrential or anything. It's Sunday, the 15th of August, 2010. About 11:30 in the morning local time. I'm on the way from the Marquises to Raiatea, which is an atoll in the Tuamotus. Raiatea hosts the 3rd largest lagoon in the world, about 40 miles east and west, about 20 miles north and south. What the camera's focusing on there is a big old cloud. It's one of the ways you can tell there's something up there besides just ocean. That's sitting over the about the west end of the lagoon. And of course, the shallower water is warmer and it builds up these clouds. And you can see, looking over here, that's towards the west where the clouds start. Okay, here it is that same Sunday, the 15th of August, 2010. About 1 o'clock, about 2 o'clock in the afternoon local time. And I don't know if the picture will show it, but you can see the palm trees. I'm about 7 miles from the entrance to the lagoon. I started picking up the first tallest maybe trees or palm trees out at about 10 miles. So you can really see it quite well from this distance, 7-8 miles, no problem. That little notch in the tree line, directly in the center of the camera, I think, is the pass, the entrance into the lagoon. Well, here we are again. It's Sunday afternoon, almost 3 o'clock. Looking at the pass up there. There is coral that extends out from the motus on each side of the pass. So the pass is relatively wide. I mean, it's pretty easy to get a small boat like this in. But you have to be careful making the approach that you don't run into the coral on either side. According to the chart, it looks like it's 216 or 218 degrees is the course to go in the pass. But you have to make a turn when you get in there over to about 190 degrees, because there's a coral island right on that course line after you get through the pass, pretty shortly after. Anyway, a beautiful day, not much wind. I expected to be here yesterday afternoon when I left the Marquises, because the trades were blowing quite strong. But they fizzled out, and actually had the dying breeze from about west-southwest today. That's why I've been motoring. And here it is, about 3:30. Just getting ready to shoot the pass here. Looks like a couple of local fishing boats out here. Seas look like they're breaking a little bit in the pass. I don't know if the flood is still coming out, but it doesn't look too bad. Up ahead there's a couple of nice range markers. So it looks like it's a little lively out here, but not too bad. So I don't know how much of a show I'm going to be able to give you here, because I'm going to have to devote my attention to the wheel, I think. Well, here we are in the pass. That was a little exciting. My tide program calculation was off by a little bit, probably an hour or so. So even at full speed, I barely got through. The seas weren't too bad, or I would have never attempted it. Probably only about 4 or 5 feet. But as you can see, that marker over there, relative to where I am right now, is basically almost not moving. I'm making headway of about 1 or 2/10 of a knot at the high cruise speed. I might have to go back to full power, which I had to use just to get in. So I'm going to guess that the current is running right now about 5 knots. Look over here to the other side. It's like I'm standing still, but according to the dot meter, I'm making about 5 knots. So I think I'm going to have to go back and give it a little more high power to get another couple hundred yards in and get out of the worst of this current.